This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Zach Baker from Fulton Public Schools. Zach, congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
I nominated Zach for the Excellence in Education Award because I've truthfully never witnessed anybody work as hard as Zach does. Zach is such a great teacher who spends endless amounts of hours outside of the classroom ensuring that his students have everything that they need to set them up for success. Zach is just a natural born leader, and I think that shows in the way that he teaches. I think it shows in the way that he coaches his basketball team. He just really wants kids to be their very best, and even being around him, I think a lot of people would agree that you just want to be the best version of yourself. He just brings that out of you, and he's just a really good, humble guy, and it takes a very, very special person to do this job, and I think he is the perfect man for the job.
Zach, what's going through your mind as you watch that?
I didn't pay her to say that. I think there's a lot of worthy individuals that could have been, sitting here, should be sitting here, and I'm just fortunate to be in this position.
Yeah. She talked about you going above and beyond the call of duty, volunteering when you don't need to do that. Why do you do that? Why is that so important to you?
The people that have impacted my life when I was in school, it felt like at every turn where I needed a helping hand, there was somebody there to help me out. And that's why I got into education. Teaching is awesome, but serving and caring, I just care about people and want them to be successful, want young kids to be successful. We all have dreams, and hopefully through encouragement and growth, they can accomplish those things.
I know one of your goals is to be a strong male presence, role model for your students. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, growing up, when I was in third grade through eighth grade, I didn't have a father figure in my house. I would go see him, but he wasn't in the house. And so when I look back on my elementary and middle school years, I think I had one or two male teachers besides coaches that could kind of impact my life. And so for me, it's been just a calling to try to give back and to be a positive influence on kids, whether they have a father figure in the house or not. There's quite a bit of background for me and from my walk of life that I can relate to a lot of kids, and so just being able to hear their story and develop a relationship with them matters to me.
Teachers wear so many different hats and they're all unique. Tell me about one that may be surprising to you or unexpected.
I think probably cleaning up messes in the classroom where doing science, a lab, and something falls and breaks, and it's like, okay, where's the mop bucket? I don't have one in the classroom, so I need to make sure we don't step near the glass or around it. So kind of being a janitor, and I think, obviously the developing relationships part, you start to know kids' story, and so having a little bit of a counselor side is also important. Surprising.
Some of the other things that I know that you do with your students are some practical lessons like grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Tell me why that's important.
Yeah, I don't think we work with money enough, and I think when I typically go grocery shopping, I see a kid who's on his phone, and it's fun to just give them choices. So we did that in a class activity, dealing with unit rates, and you had to plan for 12, 18, 36 people. It just depended on the scenario and how many boxes of chips do you need to buy, Gatorades, that type of thing. And it was by far one of my more enjoyable activities that got kids up and moving.
Zach, I want you to fast forward 10 years from now. You run into a former student. What do you hope that student says to you?
thank you for caring. Thank you for, having a relationship with me, and you truly cared about what was going on in my life at that time. Schoolwork right now, and it just gets put on the back burner when you have a relationship with some kids, and you know when to push and what buttons that you can push. But 10 years, just somebody to say thank you for believing in me. And in the middle school, you plant a lot of seeds, but you don't get to see a lot of the harvest. And so you get to see some of that when they do walk across the stage at graduation. But 10 years from now, just thank you.
Well, thank you for what you do. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Zach receives a $1,500 check from the Michigan Lottery, and his class at Fulton Public Schools receives a $500 grant. Excellence in Education Award sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $27 billion to public education since 1972.